everybody, I'm Mary Childs, Coldwell Banker, as you know, and I'm sitting here with Andy Nelson from Locavore Beer. And it is one of my favorite breweries here in Littleton, so I thought that I would just kind of partner up with him and get to know a little bit more about the brewery and how everything started. So, how did you guys pick Littleton?
Well, we were looking, this is in 2000 and, wow, it's been a long time now, 2013, and we were just looking at all the available commercial space. And the landlord in this property was pretty motivated and heard that we were looking for a brewery, was looking for space, and he kind of asked us to come check this out. In this area here between Columbine and Grant Ranch, I think there's within 3 miles of us, there's more than 100,000 people,
Yeah.
and it was a beer desert. There wasn't any breweries from Santa Fe, pretty much all the way to 470s. So that had good demographics to start up.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that we moved here shortly after that, and I think that's about what we discovered too, was that this was like the only brewery, and then a couple of others that popped up, but have also gone, but.
Right, some have come and gone, yes.
Yeah. So what do you think has kept you guys staying around?
Well, we had this big, beautiful space, this tap room, and we manage the production and our types of beers really just so that this can be a neighborhood place to hang out. We don't focus on, we do some distribution and packaging, but we focus more on making this a cool place for people to hang out in this area.
You know, and that definitely comes across very well. We tell all of our friends, bring all of our friends here, and that's what I really like about this place. That it does. It feels like a neighborhood place, not trying to, be a big box store or anything.
Right. Right. That's one of our tenants starting. We wanted to try to be as local as possible. And over the years, we've been pretty successful with that. We get the majority of our grain from Colorado. A sizable portion of our hops from Colorado use a local yeast lab. So we've been able to spend a lot of money in the state, at least. And some of those things just aren't available.
Yeah.
But as much as we can, that's our goal.
Well, that's wonderful. Is there anything else that, maybe like how's the community helped you guys throughout, especially throughout the pandemic?
Yeah, well, when they first went to the lockdown on St. Patrick's Day a year ago, that was pretty rough because everything was just to go. And people that were our regulars and that we know were in here a lot, they spent a lot of money. I'm sure they didn't actually need all the beer, but they would come down and buy a lot of growlers and growlers to go. So they were very helpful in sustaining for those first 3 months till we could at least then have people back on the patio,
Yeah.
which was the majority of the summer. So that helped us a fair amount. And now we see the same group of people. We have a pretty big regular contingent.
Yeah, I know that when we come in, we tend to see a lot of staying people. Although I think we're like the night and weekend crowd. And I've noticed you guys. Do you have a partnership with the restaurants nearby, or do you just kind of?
We actually are partnered with Brad's Pit Barbecue. He rents the space immediately adjacent to us. It's a commercial kitchen. So he uses that as a commissary for his barbecue food truck business, but then also serves our people tableside most days.
Yeah, I know. We tell everybody it's some of the best barbecue in town. You definitely couldn't have gotten a worse partner there.
Yeah, he makes some good stuff. And there's some space. We're expanding. It's going to get even better here. We are expanding. We've always been limited by our inability to have reserved tables for people or have private events just because of the space. But we're taking the next 2,500 square feet adjacent to us. So we'll start, hopefully, engineering is almost wrapping up on that. So we hope to start building out permitting in the next couple of weeks. And then, so by this fall, we should have another space we'll have the ability to make it semi-private for, wedding rehearsal dinners, or make it also feel like it's part of the brewery just for overflow on weekends and stuff. So.
Oh, that'll be really nice. And then how often is the beer garden open?
So this time of year, it's open pretty much every afternoon, every day, depending on the staffing. We like to. Our group of people likes to have some table service. So it's if you go to other breweries, maybe like in Denver with a slightly younger crowd, you can be expected to stand in line each time. We try not to do that, but staffing is an issue. Both finding people that we really like and uphold our values and so forth, but then also can just finding people in general kind of challenging. So
Yeah.
that's a long way of saying when we are staffed up, then we immediately open the beer garden back there.
Yeah. It's wonderful to have that nice green space back
Yeah,
there.
it's nice, yeah.
It's like almost like you're in a different world back there.
It is. It is like just definitely a little solitude and green belt for sure. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And I'll make sure that when I post, I'll be a separate video where I'll just give a little tour of everything so people can get used to what everything is here. And is there anything else you wanted to say about
Well, that's just come on down and hang out. We always have at least 20 different beers on tap, so we pretty much have something for everybody. And our staff of beer tenders, they know a lot, so they can help people who aren't big beer fans get into something that they at least enjoy while they're here with their friends. So.
Yes, I definitely agree with that statement because they've helped me in the past, and some of the other breweries, they're heavy with one kind, but yeah, there's something for everybody here, which is definitely good. I know my husband, he likes to almost have a different beer every time, every glass is a different one, and he doesn't tend to run out.
Yeah, I could go the rest of my life probably without drinking the same beer twice. I love that.
Yeah.
Tourism.
Well, thank you so much, and everybody, please stop on down to Locavore down here in Littleton and contact me if you have any questions. Bye, guys.